Okay. We are in. We are online. Time for a Monday art stream. Yes, indeedy. I do think I want. Well. I'll open reference when I need it. So we did page A and page B. Let's do page C. Okay. Let's go to brush. We'll do flat pencil, real pencil buildup. Oh, hi, Whisper the Tooth. You came in really quick. I'm not sleep deprived. Hi. Hi, Whisper. I didn't even see your messages. I was distracted. I didn't think anyone would show up this quickly. Hi, Whisper. How are you doing? You shouldn't be sleep deprived. I told you to rest after your harrowing run-ins with those dreaded tests. Again, I just sent it. I'll forgive you this time. I got 10.5 hours of sleep last night. Oh, good. Which is the most I've ever gotten? Really? You needed to recover, it seems. This one's gonna be kind of a wider shot, so... I lost one of my earphones though in my home. Oh god. Are they like little ones? Like the little ones that go in your ear? That sucks. I'm sorry. I listen to ASMR at night to help me fall asleep on one of my tablets. On a tablet that I bought from a friend. Ex-friend now. Friend. He's a homophobic douche. But I'll still use his tablet. He'll still take my money, that bastard. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, I listen to ASMR on a tablet that I have. To help me fall asleep. So if I lost one of my headphones, that would be really annoying. I wouldn't be able to do it because I can't tolerate, like, only one headphone in my ear. Having only one headphone, it's like... my brain won't tolerate that. I hope you find it. I did like forest sounds, etc. before when I was struggling to sleep. I just played it out loud from my phone. I did use my TV for a while instead of headphones. But I don't like. I did that when I lived alone in Japan, and that was fine enough. But sometimes I use ASMR. Sometimes I use like ambience. Hey, Hikari Apache. Good afternoon. Thank you for dropping in. How are you? I'm afraid I'll wake up and my earphone will be in my brain. A valid concern. What was I saying? Oh, so I would use the TV and I would have like ambience, and one of them was like volcano ambience or ocean ambience or Mordor ambience from Lord of the Rings. Like volcanoes erupting in the background, Nazgul screaming every once in a while. Villain goals. But now that I've moved back, I don't want to bother the roommates, so I gotta use my headphones. Ambient sound was the term I was looking for. Lol, that's amazing. They have some, like there was a Lothlorien ambient one, and that one's really nice. And you can have it with or without the Elvish music singing. Those are really good, but sometimes they're a little too distracting because I'm like, oh, Lord of the Rings is so amazing. Oh, this music's so amazing. And I'll be like, now I can't sleep because I'm thinking about how amazing Lord of the Rings is. How fast will it save, I wonder? Will it take 30 years to save this time? Hopefully not. If your roommates say it's waking them up, then maybe they're the one that needs ambient sounds. Maybe. I'm on your side. Oh, that was fast. If I woke up to the sounds of a forest and just hear a wolf howling, I'd die. I love wolves howling. Although I've never encountered one in real life. I've seen coyotes. Are there even wolves in England? In the UK? Wasn't that a conversation in some movie or something? Or show, or I don't remember. I've actually woken up to an earthquake here. Really? Just a small one because we don't live at a plate boundary? Interesting. We're like on the middle of a tectonic plate, so wolves and bears are dead. They were killed hundreds of years ago. Oh, that's sad. Well, we've got plenty of wolves and bears to spare, so if you want some, you can come. You can come and hang out in the woods. No, but we're a desert town on the middle of a plate, so like we've never had. There's earthquakes don't happen here, but I lived in Japan and we got earthquakes all the friggin' time. And I had to like, I was like every time I was like, is this the one? Is this the one that'll kill me? Because where we lived, we were right on a trough on a subduction zone, the Nankai trough it's called. And like within the next 30 years, the big one is supposed to hit, and every year it doesn't happen, increases the likelihood of it happening as we get closer to the 30-year mark. And it's supposed to just like take out, you know, half of Japan. So every time an earthquake hit, I'm like, is this it? Are we gonna die? And like the earthquake isn't the big threat, even though it's gonna kill everybody and destroy everything. It's the tsunamis that come after the big quake, and it's like, why did I come to live here? Oh yeah, earthquakes in Japan are wild. I did geography for my last 2 years of college, and we did case studies on Japan. Oh my gosh, what did you learn? What are the things? What are the kinds of things you learned in that class? What does his armor look like? Okay. I've always wanted to learn like geography and stuff, but that stuff all like just fascinates me. Geography as a whole, we did lots of things, human and physical geography. Interesting, like strata and stuff, and like topography and like that kind of thing. I gotta like pad this out somehow to make it last this full thing. My orders? So now that you've rested, and you said you're gonna study for the next semester. What are you up to today? Hopefully you're like relaxing and stuff, right? Semester which started today, but you just did tests and stuff. That's not fair. You're supposed to have like a 2-week break or something. Okay. We're about we've used half of it, so that should be good. We can just like continue on with the whatever. My orders? I only had one lecture today. Tomorrow I have 6 hours of small group teaching and 1-to-1. That's so much. I would not be able to handle that. Maybe I could. If I was like focusing on that and that's what I wanted to do, but like as I am now with my interests and stuff, I don't think I could handle that. So kudos to you, sir. But don't forget to rest. Don't forget to recharge. We only have so much energy. Don't burn out. Okay, I didn't even finish this drawing. I usually have 2 meals a day, lunch and dinner. Me, kind of same. I only eat in like an 8-hour window. So that usually limits how many meals I have. Usually. Sometimes I cheat and just eat at like 11:30 p.m. because I felt like it. I also pack a box of fruits to peck on throughout the day. Yummy. Call me Bird. Bird is the word, as they say. I probably should have. I ate breakfast, but I probably should have gotten some more food before I started my stream. But I was like close to streaming, and I didn't want to like. Yeah. Wait, his are all torn. My parents wished I didn't exist when I would just break out into singing "Bird is the Word." I joked that my parents moved me to a different school when we went to the big boy school because one friend I had introduced me to things like Family Guy, South Park. I could understand that. The only thing I really enjoyed out of Family Guy, besides the occasional good joke, was Stewie. But like the joke was that he was gonna take over the world and he was an evil baby, and like that was the funniest thing to me. And every once in a while they'd throw in a gay joke about him. But like after a while they stopped doing the "I'm gonna take over the world" joke and just made him like kind of a mean baby. And I was like, I miss the world conquering baby. Bring him back. I did appreciate the constant gay jokes about him though. But I can't stand the way they treat Meg, and it makes me uncomfortable. And some of the other stuff the show does. So I'm not like a huge Family Guy fan, but one of my favorite episodes was when they got Disney animators to come and animate the show like it was a Disney production. I was like, the fuck, this is great. South Park, I never really watched it. Like I watched a few things. I watched a bit of it, but I wasn't like one of those people who watched all of it. It was hit or miss. Like I was into it before I watched it, and then I watched it and I was like, I had grown out of it by the time I had actually watched it. I just watched South Park when I was at my friend's house. Nice. Yeah, I think that's the only time I really watched it. When I was like at a friend's house or something and they had it on. One of my favorite jokes in Family Guy is when he just fights the chicken for 20 minutes. It's like this long, drawn out, like, they go from one side of the city to the other just beating the crap out of each other. And it doesn't, like, fully resolve, and then, like, they fight again, like, 10 episodes later. I don't know why, but that chicken fight was always... I love that. Okay, I hate the way this looks, so I'm going to redraw it. Family Guy was on television here, so I watched that at home. Oh yeah, that was always great. You know what I do like, for the most part, is the Star Wars Family Guy remakes or whatever. Giggity giggity, oh god, Quagmire. Okay, now his head is too big. Jesus Christ. What are the Star Wars remakes? What? There's like 3 movies they made. It's basically like... It's like half as long as the Star Wars movies, but it's Family Guy. Like, Peter is Han Solo, Lois is Leia. What's his name? The kid, Chris. He's Luke Skywalker. I haven't finished Andor, but I had a person tell me they thought the beginning was great, but then the action stopped, and then they kept naming great movies like Blade Runner or Oppenheimer that I loved, and I said they hated it, and I was like, you have no taste, be gone. Did I tell you about one of my boyfriends where I was like, we were talking about our favorite movies, and I said The Fifth Element, and he said, oh, I hate that movie, and like in my head I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work out at all. Okay, that's ugly. Hate it. And then they kept naming I was like, only if action exists do they enjoy it. Dude is like the living embodiment of TikTok. I hate when people are like that. Like, I've had people who are like one of my favorite moments in Lord of the Rings is when the Ents decide to go to war and they like march on Isengard, and like someone was like, oh, that was the worst part. The Ents are so slow. I'm like, what? They're physically slow, so you couldn't watch that part? That's so stupid. Oh, I remember in Herbert the Pervert is Obi-Wan. Yes. Yeah, so I have the box set of that. It's fun to watch sometimes. Or like people who just lack all, what's the word? Media literacy. Like they have no idea what subtext is, and they take everything people say, everything characters say at face value. And I'm like, you know, people have motivations and are complicated, and they might say one thing but mean another because, you know, they might be liars, or they might not have the full information, or they might be pompous and full of themselves. And tree? I am not a tree. I am Ent. It doesn't look like Hatsu for some reason, but we're gonna go with it, I guess. I just wanted to look confused. Autosave doesn't take a billion years anymore, thank goodness. Like when you're talking about, like in media and shows and stuff, when you're talking about like subtext, like gay subtext, and you're like, oh, this person is clearly gay coded and they're going through a storyline that's very reminiscent of like coming to terms with your gayness, or, you know, coming out and all that. And like people are like, no, they've got a wife, and I'm like, you do realize there are many men who realize after they've married and have children and they're like 60 that they're gay. You do realize that, right? I'm like, no. It's like, but they said it with dialogue. I'm like, people are fallible. You fucking, I don't know. People have like zero media literacy, and it's like really annoying to like see people like trying to critique something online, and I'm like, you completely don't even understand what you're watching. Your critique means nothing. We had a police officer come into school to our assembly when I was like 14. And she spoke to us for 30 minutes. Telling us about her experience, how she got married, had kids, and then at her grown age of being married for however many years she realized she was gay. Okay. And like her whole experience transitioning from that. Yeah, it's like you have to unlearn everything you've learned up to that point. It's wild. What that's what your friend who's too dumb to realize needed. I don't know if I would call them friend. It was just like people I've talked to, you know. But yeah, it's like people just, they'll watch a movie and like, or like, okay, another good example, because that was 5 years ago and it still sticks with me, really. Yeah, something like that would stick with you, you know, like, and it's like, this is a, I'm going on another tangent, but like in the queer like in normal hetero society, the older you are, the more respect you deserve, quote unquote, simply for having lived longer. But it's like you don't actually know more, you just automatically expect more respect for having existed for a longer period. But in the queer community, at least in the past, I don't know how it is now, because I don't leave my house. But like, you could be a 60-year-old new queer who just came out 2 days ago, and you would have like, you'd have, what's the word, elder, like, you wouldn't be considered an elder in the community. It would be like a twink who had been out for 12 years would have like more experience than you, right? So they would have that leg up, and they would be the one teaching you, even though you're older than them. It's like, but in hetero, in hetero world, they just like assume you know more, even if you don't. Oh, I absolutely hate the they're old, they deserve respect. Girl, I'm tired of old people. They're running our country, and it's a stinking shithole, so please just get rid of... After you're a certain age, you shouldn't hold office. You shouldn't have a job. Just, like, go in and, like, exist. Retire. Forced retirement, please. But what was I gonna say before? I don't remember. Oh, I was gonna bring up Dragon Ball. In the Dragon Ball community, people are so stupid. They don't like... They're like super fans, but they don't... It feels like they've never read or watched Dragon Ball. Like, they do this with Legend of Zelda too, where they like... It's easier with Zelda because... it's like most of you old farts are stupid and your views are so nonsensical and dumb. The fact you're old just means you wholeheartedly stick with these values and no one likes you but you're old people. But other old people. Preach. Preach, Whisper. Preach. But like, so Link in Zelda, he's like a blank slate, right? He's a cipher character. He doesn't speak and he has minimal emotional responses. So like people can insert themselves, which is telling. People can insert themselves into Link, right? And so like, I see Link as like, he's kind, he's just, he's like, he's not perfect, he's just doing his best. Like, in Ocarina of Time, there's nothing alluding to a romantic anything with Zelda at all. Like, they knew each other for 5 minutes, and then he goes on this big adventure, and then they see each other again for 5 minutes at the end of the game, and everyone's like, and then so they'll be like, oh, she friend zoned him. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was never on the table. And then they'll like act like they'll make Link act like he does in that awful cartoon version where he's like, excuse me, princess. I'm like he's expecting something from Zelda for saving the world, and I'm like, no, that's you inputting what you want into Link, and it's showing me a lot about you. You think he's an asshole like you are. Or like they'll do that with Goku in Dragon Ball, where Goku's this kind-hearted boy, and the only reason he became Super Saiyan was because kind-hearted mixed with rage. And like, they'll depict him like he's curb stomping his enemy into the ground. I'm like, no, that's not him. He doesn't curb stomp people. Or he'll like people do fan animations or like fan stories and he's just like brutally killing people. I'm like, that's not Goku. Did you watch the show? Yeah, and I see Link as an absolute thought. Yeah, I see him as a creep who watches Zelda from the bushes so he can accidentally bump into her. I do not see Link like that. I do not. I'm just gonna copy this frame again. Ah. I've never played through a Zelda game. Really? Oh, I think you've mentioned this before. You don't play many games anymore. Well, you need to fix that. Go buy a Nintendo 64 and buy Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And then play it. Buy a CRT TV while you're at it. My uncle, who had this Stone Age device called a Nintendo GameCube. How dare you! Did you just call me old? Don't quote the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. I played a little on there when I was a fetus. He had so many consoles. He had a big family, lots of brothers, so it makes sense now why he had so many consoles. He was probably my age now. Well, I mean, I have every had every PlayStation console and Nintendo console after the 64. I've had a Super Nintendo at one point, or a classic Nintendo at one point. I don't know what I did with it, but like I just have me and my sister. We just like games. He had the PS3 as well, but he mustn't have been like, these are the games of my youth, child. You can experience them too. Yes, play the games of our youth. You need to go play Zelda Ocarina of Time and stop calling me old. Old games are mostly better. He had Paper Mario. That was such a good game. It's perfect. It's wonderful. It's flawless. It looks like Linda Evangelista. It's a model. Did you stone those tights? You loved it? I'm so happy that you loved Paper Mario. Which one though? The first one? 64? A lot of people like Thousand Year Door better, and I'm like, it doesn't, like, it's too smooth looking. And it's not as good because it doesn't have Wish of the Princess. Don't at me. It's still good. It's good. I don't want to draw this frame. I don't know what I'm fucking drawing. I don't know which I played. Maybe Carbon Dated Door? Which system was it on? Was it on the 64 or was it on the GameCube? Oh god, hold on. I need reference. Look how pretty this is. Okay, there's big old mountains in the back. I didn't know I was capable of such beauty. Did you play, I want to say on the GameCube, but I have zero idea. I really was very young. I see. GameCube would have been Thousand Year Door. Did you play Paper Mario on the original Killer? The Origami Killer? I have not played that. I think I played, or watched someone play the demo of it, and I was like, cool. I don't know. None of them have been as good as the original. Thousand Year Door maybe comes close. Because it does capture the spirit of the original and like continues on that. But so the thing with Paper Mario is a lot of the middle area Paper Mario games were like supposed to be games like without an IP, established IP, without a franchise or whatever. It's like a standalone game. But the people up top were like, this isn't gonna do well. Let's slap Paper Mario on it. So like the Wii Paper Mario is just like completely different than every other game. And it's like, there's one on the 3DS that's completely different. And it's like, they were just like, we're gonna ignore what people liked about the original, and we're gonna just throw paper gimmicks at them all out the game and see what sticks. And it's so you get like this weird array of games, and it's very strange. The progression from one game to the other is very bizarre. Yeah, so like the Origami King just feels really similar to that, where it's just like, hey, let's overuse the paper gimmick. Let's like forget what made the original great. So I haven't played it, so I can't really comment that much. It looks good, it looks interesting. I want to play it, but I haven't. So #Heavy Rain. I have not played Heavy Rain. People swear about it. I don't know anything about it. It doesn't exactly look up my alley, but could be good, could be great. My brother had it on the PS3, so I played it there. Heavy Rain, you mean? Is it that old? They just released a sequel, didn't they? Sequel? Yeah, Heavy Precipitation. You didn't know there was a sequel? Yeah, they made a sequel recently. Everyone's been like talking about it. Did you beat it? Did you beat it to the end? I don't know how hands work. I'm an artist, I just make shit up. I would have known, I should have known. There's no sequel. What? No, I'm pretty sure they've made a Heavy Rain 2. I'm absolutely positive. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? It's not Heavy Rain. It's Alan Wake. Sorry, I was thinking of Alan Wake. They just came up with an Alan Wake 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Whoops, my bad. They seemed like the same game to me. So they kind of like blend together in my head. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 is apparently really good. Did you play Alan Wake 1? When you played games back in that bygone era? That bygone era when I was old? I'll check that out come the summer. I never played Alan Wake 1. I've decided I'll not play Spooderman 2. I might have loved Spooderman 1. But I CBA for a game that people say is mostly the same with a very few improvements, and I'm okay but not as good story. I CBA? What does CBA mean? I CBA. I played Baldur's Gate 3 instead. Yes, Baldur's Gate 3! Can't be arsed. Oh. But I can't be arsed. Like ass? I know you say arse instead of ass. But you also say that for asked. Which I think is really funny. I can't be asked. For a game that people say is mostly the same with a few improvements. And an okay but not as good story. I take it back. Too many games coming out for me to check out. Alan Wake, throw that in the good but not at the top of the list pile. Yes, when I'm waiting for my physical copy of Baldur's Gate 3 to arrive, and then that's like the only game I'll play for like several weeks. That pile overflowed eons ago. Indeed it did. Don't forget 5 years ago for me is like a quarter of my life. 5 years ago is not even a sixth of my life. 5 years ago for me is... feels like yesterday. Kind of. A little longer than yesterday. Yeah. I don't know what I'm drawing here. I guess we'll go with this. That's crazy. Yeah, all the oldies tell me the years feel shorter the longer you live. No, 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 no. Not just the years, honey. The days, the hours, the minutes feel shorter. And I hate it. Make it stop. And I say, just like our PP got him. I don't know what I'm drawing. And then they beat me up. On Friday, I went to meet some friends in town. I got complimented on my clothes by two different people. Call me a style icon. Indeed. What were you wearing? I wasn't even dressed well. That's subjective. I wasn't even dressed well. What were you? You gotta explain what you were dressed as. I like how he had a horse earlier and now he's just running with them to the city. Don't think about it. I had a light purple hoodie. Is there a color for that shade? Lavender. Let's see, lavender, lilac. Those are the two that are coming to mind. Amethyst. And I had those navy blue trousers, white trainers. Nice look, nice look. I see it. And then it'll be like, end of chapter 1. And then the Japanese chapter 1 owarimasu. Oh, and this I'll use different colors here. An olive green jacket, shades of color here. Alright, olive green jacket with a lilac hoodie. Interesting. My hoodie, I've had like 4 people ask me where I've got it from. Where did you get it from? End of chapter 1. Should I be like, stay tuned for chapter 2, the Battle of Veralvin City, or should I just like let it hang mysteriously? My jacket only one person asked, but they loved it. I'm afraid the one person will steal my style. They're in my group, so it'll kill me inside if they're rocking it next time I see them. You just gotta show that you're actually a style person and like up it up to 11. They can't keep up. More rings next? Yes, you do. You need those like the ring things that like cover your whole finger, and they're like almost like a claw thing. You need those. That's what I want, but they're expensive and I'm poor, so choices. I only want silver rings. You want Nenya, Narya, and Vilya. That's what you want. You can get finger rings for cheap. But keep in mind, I don't have an income, so you can be a basic beach on sliced bread and get a snake one. I mean, snakes are cool. I just want to be like the Witch King of Angmar, you know, on a daily basis. Oh my god, that Cali accent. Cali? Did I do a Cali accent? Oh. Basic beach on sliced bread. Yo, cowabunga, dude. The waves are tubular. That's what I think of a Cali accent. It gave me flashbacks to driving through the dunes in the desert with the two Cali girls in the back seat. Like, that's so funny. Like that. The Valley Girl thing. I was 13. Okay, we're gonna be done. Okay, we're gonna be done with the sketch. So page C. Oops, we're gonna combine these. This looks like a Muppet and I hate it. Okay, I don't even know what I'm looking at. That was 13, they were gay, which was not good in the deserts we were in, you know, the deserts of the Middle East. Oh, I know. I've been there. I've seen it with my own eyes. We went to this outdoor event in the desert with them. My parents were talking to this other British couple whilst the two Cali girls babysat me. It must be so easy for you to go to Egypt. It's like right there, isn't it? It's like us going to like Florida. Drakehart. Oh wow, I missed a lot by being late. Yes, you did, Drakehart. Whoosh. I went to Egypt on another trip that was to Dubai. I've stopped over in Dubai on a layover, but that's it, really. I told you I've been to over 10 countries. They call me Pitbull. Do they? LOL, I deserved that. Do you? I was just kidding around, but if you think you need another one... How's it going, Drakehart? How are you? I'm changing the drawing.
Pray I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
I did a Costco trip this morning. I made food and then conked out for an hour. Oh, fun! I need food and stuff. I guess it was because I was up at 4 a.m. my time, didn't sleep. Oh, damn. You were doing all that work? Drakehart, you gotta rest. We have Costco here too. I went in and saw lots of diabetes, but there were so many giant cakes. The cakes are good. I will say Costco cakes are good. The cheesecake is delicious. So are the pizza and the really long hot dogs. Yummy. Wow, you do a great deep voice. Now say,
in a world.
He did amazing voices of that dude who ghosted him in the daddy dating sim. Oh yeah, that asshole. I still think about him. Jerk. Daddy Costco for red. If I have a sugar daddy, I hope he does take me to Costco. Fill up my pantry and shit. If I have a sugar anything, someone get me the disinfectant spray. I'll see myself out. Why sugar's not infected? My sugar's not infected. Maybe you should get your sugar looked at. Hold on. Fucking... The pen pressure is being weird. There we go. My sugar is in the blood, call me diabetic. Do you have to disinfect it though? Like, don't you need like a shot to your finger or something? I met this dude who was young and my parents brought him to me to cheer him up about being diabetic. They thought I was diabetic Jesus. I fixed him. I fixed him. Nothing electroshock therapy can't fix. Just to clarify, I'm not diabetic. That's a very confusing line of story. The only thing I know about diabetes is my grandmother had it, and diabetes. I don't know if you got that commercial in the UK. Run away, run away, run away and save your life. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Whisper brings us all the crazy narratives. He really does. He brings us some of the craziest stuff. You should be a writer.
With each passing moment, you become more my servant. Give in to your hate. Strike me down with all of your hate, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete. Basically my parents had a couple come over with their kids, and they had one son that was younger than me that just recently got diagnosed and had this insulin pump attached to him.
And they told me to talk to him about it, and I did, and he went through all the issues he was having about it with friends and stuff. With, let's be real, not a big issue. I told him to man up. That last part isn't true, or is it? Probably true. Knowing Whisper. No, but I basically became diabetic counselor and helped him a little. Well, at least you helped him. Even though you don't have diabetes, which is a weird play on your parents' part. My parents just thought because I was a similar age, maybe like 2 to 3 years apart, I'd be like big brother dynamics or something. Oh, I guess that makes sense. I guess. Okay, that... they are not on the same plane. They are very clearly not on the same plane of existence. I hate it. Oh, and I just realized you went over 100 followers. Oh, yes, I did. A lot of people were shouting me out the last few days. So thank you to all of them. Nightmare _ Game and Wolf, Who else? Boyfriend. A few people. Their shoutouts got me over 100. But the important part is I still need 3 average viewers, which what am I looking at? I still need 3 average viewers, which this morning I was like at 2.48, which is basically 2.5. Let me tell you something, folks. When it comes to taking responsibility, nobody does it better than me. I take full responsibility because that's what leaders do. They step up, they own it, and they fix it. Let me tell you, this was all me, all my doing. It really was, Whisper. Thank you. Bosch is here. I hope you know who that's emulating. Oh, I know, Whisper. I know. I knew it was coming the moment I saw your message. Hello, Bosch. How are you? Just got in from work a bit ago. Welcome in. How was work? Work was workish. I feel that. I'm good, just tired. Did you know, or did it take my genius for you to understand? My unmatched intellect always brings clarity to situations. People love me for my ability to see things others can't. The issue with this kind of talk is the message has to be so long to take effect or it isn't the same, so I'll stop. Maybe for the best. Definitely for the best, because at the end of the day, why talk when you can just rest and enjoy the fruits of your labor by seeing your happy family together? There it is. Dom Perignon. I'll have a glass of that. Are you interested in watching Dune or them Chalamet cheeks? Just kidding, he's a stick. I love Timothy Chalamet. I loved him in Call Me By Your Name. Oh, such a good movie, which I watched for the first time recently. I love him too, but you can't be denying he that stick. Yeah, he's super. He's like super twink. Like if being a twink was a superpower, he'd be Superman. I'm surprised you didn't finish what you started. Getting complacent there, Whisper? I need another... Wait, I was too enamored by Timothy's stick-like quality. We're on a first-name basis. What did you say about Dune 2? Interest or nay? I mean, I want to see the Dune movies. Period. I'm interested in seeing them. I just haven't had the time to go see a movie, and I haven't, like, had anyone to go with. I want to go see it, though. I mean, I know what happens. I've seen Dune before, like the 80s version and the made-for-TV version. I started reading it, but then I was like, well, not that I wasn't uninterested. I just stopped. Like, I was doing other stuff at the time, and... Fear is the mind killer, or whatever. He puts his hand in the box. The pain box, or whatever. Not seen Dune 1? No, I have not seen Dune 1. But I mean, I know what happens. I've seen the other Dune movie. I've seen the 80s Dune. I've seen Austin Butler is in Dune 2. Who's Austin Butler? So is Florence Pugh. Who's that? I love the 80s version, but I have to admit they did some really good things in the first Dune movie. Did they? I heard mixed things. I didn't watch it for a long time because I wasn't into the hype. Who were they? Yes, who are they? I don't know lots of celebrities, like, off the top of my head just by their name. I know them by, like, their face. Names is not one of the skills I have. Like, even people I know and care about, it takes me a while to get their name. This part takes so long. The first Dune was great, but the slow pacing and long runtime was not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, the Dune 1 movie made the stakes more real. You get a better feel of what the story is doing. Okay. The director is my fave, though. He did Arrival. I love Arrival. Sicario, I'd never watched that. Blade Runner, like the original, which I watched many years ago to the point where I don't remember most of it. Or the remake with Ken, which I haven't seen. Prisoners, I haven't seen that. 100%, I hear it really makes Dune 2 so good with how Dune 1 played out. Really? And part of that might be because they split the story into 2 movies, so they let you sink your mind into the meat of the story. It wasn't a remake, it was a sequel. That's what I meant. Harrison Ford was in Blade Runner 2049 with his walking stick CGI'd out. I know, he's so old and they keep like if he's gonna play an old role, that's fine, but then they like have him do Han Solo, but Han Solo's like they wrote it so that Han Solo was doing his old Han Solo stuff, and it was like, I'm sorry, what? He's married to a senator and he's out smuggling? Like, he'd be set for life. Like, why would he? Whatever. Also, Florence Pugh was the main character in Midsommar. You seen that? I have not. I did want to see that, but I didn't see that. But I heard of it. I saw the posters. The last movie I saw was Godzilla -1, and before that it was... and the Boy and the Heron, and beyond that it was like... God, I don't even remember. Also in Little Women, which I loved, Chalamet was in that too. I did not see that. Also, and Austin Butler was Elvis Presley. I did not see that. Dun, dun, dun. I'm sorry I'm failing you, Whisper. I normally am a huge movie person. I haven't been in months. I don't know. Money, time. You have turned into the dark. You have turned to the dark side. Girl, I started in the dark side. Our cinemas are cheap. I got sent an email saying tickets Monday, Wednesday. $6. Girl, you're lucky if we spend 10. Like, if you go at like 11 a.m. on a Monday, you might be lucky if tickets are like $11. If you go on prime time, it's like 20 per person basically. In Japan it was reversed, which blew my friggin' mind. The earlier in the day you go, the more expensive it was. And like as it went on later in the evening, like it became cheaper and cheaper. And I was like, the fuck? That was wacky to me. His head is ginormous, and I'm not fixing it. Also in Japan, you could get this like rewards card, and so every 6 movies you watch, you get the next one free. So I made my money back basically with that, going to the movies in Japan. Or I got my money's worth, I would say instead. I don't really feel like drawing a billion corpses. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, before a certain time it's 10:15, and after a certain time 16, and IMAX is 20. IMAX is 25.37. I get 20.3 because a student discount. That's nice. Yeah, I don't have an income, so like spending $20 for a movie is like a little excessive. That's like a sizable percent, a fraction, like a decent chunk of like the money I have left, and I'd have to go with someone who's gonna buy my ticket, like my father or something. But my father, he doesn't look like his day is over at like 5 p.m. So, and like mine begins at like 8 p.m. Well, no, mine begins at like 10 a.m. But like I'm free to do stuff usually at like 8 or 9 p.m. Because like, you know, I'm trying to stream and all that. For the $6 tickets, you'd spend more on popcorn and drinks than the tickets. Yeah, same here. You'd spend like $30. I did. When I went to go see... Checking your DMs. Oh yeah, Josh. Lots of weird people trying to sell you follows and stuff. It's weird. No, when I went to go see Godzilla -1, I got a fucking slice of pizza, a hot dog, and a drink. And it was like $30. I was like, this is absolutely insane. This is ridiculous. As a kid, I was all about the popcorn. Not unlike that crunching be taking... As a kid, I was all about the popcorn. Now I'm like that crunching be taking away from me experiencing the movie. I'm a movie snob. You busy boy? I know, I'm busy. Is this... In this stream, they call me Whisper the Spammer? He wasn't referring to you, Whisper. Like, I'll get DMs from like weird people who can like barely string a sentence together and be like, do you want followers? It's cheap. Or like they'll like try to sell you a service to like get 1,000 followers overnight and like a bunch of other shit like that. And I'm like, can you please just leave me alone? Thanks. Drake Hart has had to moderate some of those people. We had one in the other day and they're like they seemed like a normal person and they were like trying to sell, like, but eventually they were trying to sell something to me. Like, hi, we provide services. Can you add me on Discord? And I'm like, no. And then she's like, oh, you haven't added me on Discord yet. And Drake Hart, he said no. And she's like, I wasn't talking to you. I was like, girl, back up. You barking up the wrong tree, honey. I know, lol, I'd lay the law if someone was, and by law go and cry myself to sleep. JK, I do that every night anyway. Same. That's how we poors go to sleep. We cry. Did I tell you I got my $12,000, or not 12,000, $1,200 bill for the doctor to tell me everything's fine even though it's not, and to tell me to get it over the counter antacid? $1,200, can you believe that? So yeah, I be poor. Yeah, lots of that stuff. Oh, I never thought about getting those people in the DMs. Oh, I'm a viewer and I hate when people talk as a normal viewer and then hit you with that. Hey, I actually have a Twitter where I do art. What's bizarre to me is I'm an artist. These people don't take 5 seconds to even look at your profile or anything about you. They'll be like, "Hi, I do art. Can I sell you my services?" I'm like, "Girl, I'm an artist. I do all my own stuff." And they're like, "Oh, well, maybe I could do this for you at this price." And I'm like, "No, I don't think you understand. I don't need your fucking service." I've had that multiple times. Or like they'll start the conversation, I'm like, "Oh, but I'm an artist." And they're like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, I plaster it on all my socials. I don't know how you could miss that if you just, unless you're just not paying attention at all. Like, you don't even bother to read someone's like Twitter profile, which is like not even 5 seconds. It's like the first thing you see when you click on them. You can't even read that before you start messaging me. Like, you have to go through that before you send a DM. So it's like, girl, what are you doing? You'd be more effective if you like found your target audience, you know? Like, go find your target audience. Stop just like spamming random people. Hold on, this is like difficult to see what I'm doing. My choppy, shoddy work. Look at that. When I watched more than one streamer, I had a streamer where we joked that I was playing the long con to make them pay for graphic designs. So I was following this streamer who was playing FF11 for the first time and trying to help them out with that. And like I had been to several streams, and like so we had become like, I was like friends enough to get into their Discord. And then at like one point I was talking about something and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm an artist and I'm working on this thing." And he's like, "Oh no, are you gonna start selling me stuff?" I'm like, "What? Girl, no. Like, I'm just telling you I'm working on my own shit." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like talking about all the artists that like bombard him. And I'm like, do normal people just hate artists because of them? Like, shit. Okay, I was supposed to be doing the blue, and instead I'm just touching everything up because of the awful white poking through and shit. I'm hungry. I watched one artist come in and be like, "You should make a crypto art or something. I can help you." And I was like, "No, God, that's awful. Ugh, crypto artists. No thanks. Go back to your sewer." Drake Hart. Hey, that's my thing. I'm playing the Long Kong to color Red Cloud's webtoons. interesting long con. Control S. You know, once he's big and famous and Webtoon still don't pay any money, but I'm gonna make my $5 a chapter, and I'm gonna get it before anyone else. Did you say you spent $1,200 just to be told you're fine? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that's not including the hospital bill, which is $700 for using the CAT scanner or whatever, for it to tell me there's nothing wrong with you. Oh, but you're still in horrible pain. Here's some morphine. $700, please. And you're like, you didn't do anything. You gave me morphine, and that was it. This is why I shall never work in the U.S. I'm in hell. Please save me. I'm so tempted to show you flatting so you can make this part. I lost it. Make this part faster. Isn't that what I'm doing? But it would end up changing the style of the art. A lot of the people in the UK leave the UK or work private in the UK. I think a third do that, which is insane to me. Prudent. Please save me. I don't want to live here anymore. There's a system that Clip Studio has where you can just like automatically fill an enclosed space, but it's never worked for me, so it's just like I've never understood how it works, and I could never get it to work, so the old-fashioned way is fine, I guess. Oh god. His proportions are all over the place. Ah, yeah, you are flatting, but you aren't flatting. Flatting was my bread and butter for too many years. I have people telling me they're going to work in Saudi and US, etc., and I'm like, you do you. But deep down, I'm judging their character. Yeah. Yeah, they're horrible, wretched people. You want to see the bill? I'll show you. To show you it's real. Yeah, all she did was tell me that I was fine and to take some over-the-counter antacids. And then gave me a prescription for nausea medicine I didn't need. Like, I was nauseous, but I was like, I don't need medication for it. Yeah, the autofill doesn't really work. Those things frustrate me because it's like so close, but I use wants and expand selection to get the color under the inks. Make sure you don't dox yourself. I was trying to. It's a comic. The proportions are supposed to be exaggerated. That's a number, alright. That's truly wild. Yeah, I don't even have that much money. Like, I don't... That money doesn't exist in my possession. So I don't know, like... And the idea of going back into retail is like... I kind of would rather be dead. Sorry, I use wands. I feel like most doctors here want to be doctors for the money, not what the job actually entails. It's like, why didn't you just do finance or something, right? Like, why take advantage of people who have no other choice? Like, oh, death or $1,200? I mean... What am I looking for? And then they give you like absurdly overpriced prescriptions, and it's like, oh, death or $1,200? Speaking of which, apparently there was some sort of like student loan forgiveness recently, and I was like, I have to go check to see if mine was forgiven or not. Because if it was, that would be another weight off my shoulders. Can you send me 2 panels? I need to check on my loans. I might qualify 2. I might signed up way back when I probably should have. Send you 2 panels of my comic? Like, finished? I can link it to you. Send me 2 panels that aren't colored yet. I'll show you something. It's okay. No, I'm fine, Drake. But thank you. Like, that whole process of, like, selecting and then filling it, like, it's too tedious for me. Like, it doesn't work with... My line work is too shitty to, like... Because then I have to go in and I have to fix the line, and then I have to, like... I'm just gonna color it. I appreciate it, though. Uh, okay, but I would be able to do it for you so fast. You don't need to do it for me. I can do it myself. It's not a long con at all, I swear. Like, a lot of my lines, like the pencil that I use and like the way I do my lines, like half of them aren't closed. And then the wand like fucks up, and then I have to like go and I have to like look and I have to fix the thing every single time, every single frame. And I'm like, I don't have time to do this tedious crap. I'm just gonna color it in manually myself because it's just faster for me. Okay, what am I doing next? It's like, oh, you missed this like line break that's like tiny and small and you can't see it unless you're 1,000 times zoomed in, and it's over here in this place you'll never look in 1,000 years. Oh, now you gotta fix it, and you could go in and I'm like, I don't have that in me to do that constantly. But I do think it would change the style of the art in the long run, which is a real problem. A lot of my lines, well, all of them, they take so long to make, but so quick to finish. Wow. And then I'm on top of the world! Hashtag that's my art. Cocaína. Yep, I worked on Sergio Aragone's artwork. That stuff was a nightmare, but I adapted. Link me something of his so I can see it. Yeah, filling on paint can be difficult for me sometimes. A quick fix though. God damn it, Whisper. You don't know about Gru the Wanderer? Me neither, I googled it. Wow, Whisper knows. Or Mad Magazine. I must not understand what you mean, Drakeheart, because I don't know why it would change the art. If I'm just like putting the flat color underneath based on selections and then expanding it a little. Why? Fucking Christ. I don't know why I even had to do that at all. Actually, Sergio Aragonés was in the Futurama episode where they go to the convention. I like your doodles in the margins. Yeah, I can't explain it here. I might record a quick video to explain it. Might. It's not super important, but I guess I think it would be fun to do because I'm an idiot like that. Wait, what is Frake supposed to be doing right now? Frake is supposed to be designing a survey for 30 students about what kind of artist content creator they want to be. You should be doing that, Frake! Yeah, when I worked in Japan, one of the lessons we had to do was like, what do you want to be in the future? And like you had to do a bunch of jobs in English. And a lot of kids would be like, I want to be a YouTuber. And I'm like, okay. Ganbatte ne. Like, yep, that's what I needed. Excellent. Frake likes the whipping. Why are these considered the same value? They are not the same value, you dumb piece of crap. Why? You dumb piece of shit. That is not the same value. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. I don't have the patience to constantly deal with this kind of crap. I'm like, just select the gray part. Thank you, you piece of shit. I have work to do. Thank you. Bye. Uh, in my day, kids wanted to be astronauts or inventors or dinosaurs. Now they want to be YouTubers. It's over. Well, I don't get that. I don't get that mentality. Like, why is it a bad thing to want to be a YouTuber? Like, yeah, astronauts are cool, but only like 1% of people will ever be one. Inventors are cool, but everything's been invented. Only corporations like put out anything that people buy anymore. Dinosaurs are cool, but they're extinct, and we can't do that. Like, YouTubers is like something anyone can just like pick up and do, and like you can like you can just make a video on things that you enjoy and are passionate about. Like, it's about passion and joy and like doing the things you love. So why is that a bad thing? Being on YouTube is a way more practical answer than being an astronaut. Yeah, because like I want to be an astronaut. I still want to be an astronaut, but like it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Disappointment. It's a pretty good point, actually. I did suggest dinosaurs as well. Oh my god, did no one see the comedy in dinosaurs or me using the boomers saying in my day? Maybe not. Call my joke the Challenger. Wow, too soon. Nightmare world of the future. 99% of us become asteroid miners watching the 1% on YouTube. That would... Well, that's kind of where things are going, right? With the AI. So it's like the machines get to do the art while we all have to work in the salt mines, you know? And it's like... Fuck. Why? I mean, I can forgive that because it's like almost similar, but like also, why did you... This extra work shit is like drives me fucking crazy. Oops, I didn't do that part. Will anyone notice? Nightmare would be... I don't see how y'all thought I was being serious when I had In My Day and dinosaurs in there, but we move. Well, I didn't take dinosaurs seriously, but I... Like, my response to dinosaurs was a joke in itself, right? So, Speaking of YouTubers, my favorite YouTuber as a kid got caught for selling gambling to kids. This isn't the relatively current streaming fiasco of gambling. This was YouTube. I was just watching a video about that. Kira TV. He does like not mockumentaries, but like pseudo documentaries of stuff he finds interesting. And the recent one was about the rise of like the current state of gambling loot boxes and stuff in games and like where it came from. Blah blah blah. And part of it was like all the CS:GO skins, and then they're like where they have like gambling websites basically what's the word? Unregulated gambling websites, and they're like pretending to gamble with their money, but they're really gambling with their viewers' money, and then they're like, but they're making themselves win. They're like, oh, check out this gambling website I found, go gamble on it. And like to their viewers who got them to where they are, and they're just like siphoning money from their viewership and all this crap. The gambling streaming thing, Kick, owned by Stake, now sponsors an F1 team, and not just a sticker on the car, they're the team name. Interesting. I've not kept up with Kick. I just know of it. I didn't have a favorite YouTuber as a kid because YouTube didn't exist. Teehee. That's how old I am. Brush, goddammit. Sometimes I press the B and it doesn't change to brush and it drives me fucking crazy. That's not the same fucking value, you mother tanker. They're called Stake F1 Team Kick Sauber. They're Americanized team names now, but now with the added advert, it's even more Americanized. Interesting. B B B B B B B B B B B B. Fuck. One of the teams is called Red Bull, so I guess they led the way. Stake F1. Oh, I get it. I was like, what? Stake F1. That's so dumb. Red Bull. Couldn't come up with anything more original. Like the Megalodons or something. But something tells me most people are fine with team being named after an energy drink and an extreme sports org and not a company that sells gambling to kids. Most people are fine with lots of fucked up things. It's really disheartening. What did I just do? Okay. Now we're hitting cold hard facts. Indeed, indeed. I'm hungry. Wow, 2.5 hours have we been going? What time is it? 3:34? Really? .34 here in the PM. Into PM. Fucking shit. Yo, Plagoop is here. Yo, what we drawing today? This is my webtoon. Sheeta and the Wind Assassins. Go read it on Line Webtoon Canvas. This is page 12. Chapter 1, page 12. And we've got the sketches done, and we're just like lining it in and coloring it as we go. How are you today? Welcome back. Into PM is where I slide. Do we have another shot of his eyes? Damn it. Link anywhere to go directly to it? Yes. 1 second. So if you click this link, the green link, the second one down, will take you right to it. Today is pretty good. I got off work not too long ago. I had to bike 10 kilometers home in the cold. Was not super fun. Game I was playing soft locked me, so now I'm just taking a chill break watching some stuff. Oh my god. What game were you playing that got soft locked? That's always a pain in the ass. I'm sorry. Ugh. To pen. Was playing Warframe, have soon 2,000 hours in it. It's a pretty decent game. Oh wow. I've heard of Warframe, I've never played it myself. I had a friend or two try to get me to get into it before, but I've never tried it. Yeah, so many chapters and everything. Definitely gonna read. I like how there's so many chapters. Thank you. It's just slowly over time adding a little bit more every time. Okay, we gotta like fix this crap. It's ideally meant to be read on a mobile phone screen, my Webtoon. Like, if you read it on the PC version, all the mistakes are really apparent. I didn't intend to it to be read that way, but oops. It looks much better on a phone screen, in my opinion. In the creator's opinion. That should be fine, I think. PC will do fine for reading lol. What have you been up to lately, though? Lately? Yesterday we were playing City of Heroes. Kinda seeing, I'm just Ken at the Oscars. Like the Ken from Barbie. I've been playing some City of Heroes. I was playing Hades last week. I was sick on Friday. We played Tokaido at game night. I'm thinking of doing a tarot deck, maybe, possibly. Yeah. I'm working on my Webtoon. I finished my VTuber, my 2D VTuber, but I want to, what's the word? I want to do some 3D VTuber stuff. You called Ryan Gosling Ken earlier when I mentioned Blade Runner. Yes, I did. Did he sing at the Oscars or something? I haven't watched the Oscars in like 20 years. I used to be obsessed with the Oscars when I was like, oh, I want to be an actor. Let me make that every aspect of my life. And then I was like, oh, I don't know. I stopped watching it at one point. I couldn't tell you when. It was decades ago. Yes, there was a point in time when I wanted to be an actor and my mother would not let me, like, live it down. She'd be like, why don't you want to become a doctor or a lawyer? I'm like, because I want to have a soul, mother. In regards to being a lawyer. Like, I could never be a doctor because I can't take the responsibility of someone's life being in my hands and, like, fucking it up and then, oh no, they're dead because of me. The following comment then said, not to be outdone, the cast of Oppenheimer will be detonating a real atomic bomb. Did I miss that comment? No, I should have said I read that on Reddit. Oh. Okay. The top comment is what I should have said. Anyway, Dune comes out March 1st. Oh, is that tomorrow? No, that's in like 3 days, 4 days. Maybe I should force myself to go see it. Okay, I think I'm going to be done with this panel. So how did you get soft locked in Warframe? Plagoop. You've not seen the first one though? But I've seen like the other movies. I know what happened. I've seen the made for TV movie series. It was like a bunch of movies, so like I read part of it. Like, did I really miss that much? Like, I can go watch it on something. My mom has Amazon Prime. You must watch Timothy wrangle some worms first. I'll talk to my nerd friend and see what he says about it. He's very critical of everything. I want to hear what his opinion is. I don't necessarily share his opinions, but I'm curious. I'm very starving hungry, so I should eat soon. You know what I usually do and haven't done? There's supposed to be a text folder. Let's do that. Text. Buble. We'll do 50. The reviews have done insanely, but his opinion can't be a very good opinion if he's never watched it. Oh no, he's probably watched it. He watches everything. Even if he doesn't like it. I don't think I did any one thing to get soft lock. I was trying to exit a mission, I just couldn't. So now I have sent an inquiry to the support team hoping to get an hour of grinding worth in rewards back. Oh. Now I'm grinding reading your comic. LOL. Oh my god, thank you, Plagoop. I hope you like it. Don't get too excited now. I'll see myself out for a second time. Was there a joke I missed again? You're the master of jokes I don't understand. I'm sorry. My brain is smooth. It's smooth as butter. Oops. Now I'm grinding reading your comic. Key on a certain word in there to take out of context. Grinding like your teeth. I'm just kidding. Hold on. Every time. Gotta set it back to hiragana. What is he saying? Secure the perimeter. Halt! Secure the perimeter. What the what the hell? Why is it doubled? The hell? Jesus Christ. Damn, Hatsubi thick on page 7, image 6. Which one's that one? Hold on. 7, image 6. Page 7, image 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this one? I'm glad you enjoyed that. Okay, I need to open up Deep L. Where's Deep L? There it is. I want to know what the word for halt is in Japanese. Halt. Tomare. Okay, simple. I thought there was gonna be something fancy, but no. What am I doing? Tomare. Tomare Zawardo. Tokyo Tomare Zawardo. Wait, not page 7. It's called page 6 on your Webtoons. There was probably like a pause and it like threw the numbers off. I'm sorry. It's called page 6 in my Webtoons. Okay, 1 second. Page 6, image 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes indeed. Sometimes you can tell when the art quality suffers because I'm trying to finish it as fast as possible. Oops. I'm going to put this... why do you do that? I'm going to put this over here to hide my horrible horse drawing. Okay, secure the perimeter is what? I can't read that. Oh, I can listen to it. Shuyo katameru. Katameru. Shuyo katameru. Shuyo katameru. Yes, that's it. Wait, why? Wait, not page 7. Wait, what? It's called both? The URL says page 6, but the Webtoon says page 7. My brain is gonna break. There was a pause issue at one point, so it threw off the, like... Right? There's like one where I took a break and I was like, I wrote it down like, oh, I'm taking a break. Here's like some drawings. So that's technically pay issue whatever. And like, even though officially it's not an issue. What is there a better version of yes sir? Because I know I can do like yokai shimasu or something. It's just hi. Okay, sure. We could just copy the earlier one. Just finished with what there is of the comic so far. It's cool to see the details increase in development over time. Also very dynamic combat scenes. It all looks awesome. Thank you. Can't wait for when the anime adaptation comes out. Eventually. Eventually, I might get around to that. I have other animations I'll make, but maybe I'll make a video. Dun, 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 dun. Insert link to my anime Instagram page. Well, do I have a deal for you if you message me on the Discords? Ban, delete. My lord, your majesty. Are you injured? What is going on? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Okay. Oh, you can't even see like this window. Oh, you can. My font window. Okay, my lord, your majesty. Are you injured? We're gonna go more in depth with the Japanese to be more specific. Ojo-sama. What is this? Okay, that should be good. That's a reference to earlier, Plagoop, about those pesky viewers. Yes, pesky viewers. Indeed. We had a few. We had one the other day. My viewing record is increasing. A streamer I used to watch before university, and when my sleep schedule was messed up when I was their only viewer, now has 20 subs. Add that to my list. Very nice. I need to know, are you Team Potato Chip Gang or Team Corn Chips? Is that directed at me? What's a corn chip? Should I know what a corn chip? Like, you mean like corn nuts? Like, I love corn nuts. Doritos. I usually never just say fully potato chips. I just say chips. Doritos are corn-based. You know, I never thought about that. I never took that into my head until now. They are kind of like tortilla chips, aren't they? Tortilla chips are made of corn, and yes for you, Sir Red Cloud. Well, other chips are corn-based too, like Doritos. Well, tortilla chips are tortilla chips, except real tortilla chips are made with tortillas, so... Badumpsh, got you. You've been served. Real tortilla chips are made with tortillas. Which could be made of corn. Well, aren't tortillas based on corn? It depends. There's flour versions of tortillas. Flour tortillas and corn tortillas. Tortillas de maíz. Fritos are corn apparently, so are Cheetos. Cheetos are corn? I thought they were just like plastic. I love hot Cheetos, but if I eat too many, I'll get a headache. Then there are pupusas, which is a different monster altogether. Yes, indeed. We don't have Fritos or Cheetos here. We're uncultured in the way of the corn. Cheetos made of plastic? LMA, true. They're like plastic, like shoved through some kind of tiny hole, and it like... And then it becomes like this like plastic thing. Okay, this font doesn't have quotation marks for some reason. Bastard. 난다또? 오조사마? Okay, this is one of the few parts where the Japanese diverges from the English. Because I messed up, but it's not a big deal. Wait, Your Majesty is Hatsu Lord, but in Japanese she's like, wait, what? Princess? Cheetos are on the same level as packing peanuts. They are! That's what I was thinking of. Now I want to try these infamous Cheetos. You don't have Cheetos? Girl, what? Get some hot Cheetos. Wait, also, do you have ketchup chips? Gross. We love ketchup here, but don't have one. People love ketchup here, and it disgusts me. I despise ketchup. Ketchup is the blood of the devil. It should be purged. Subete desu. Kazoku ga subete desu. Naruhodo ne. Atama ga ii ne. Chiki da ne. You love ketchup here, but don't have the ketchup chips. Ketchup chips can be launched into the sun. I just sent the truth. Honto? Honto ni? Uso da ne. Usotsuki. I was afraid to express my distaste for ketchup chips, but now that you agree, I feel validated. Ketchup, I've always hated ketchup. I've always disliked it. I don't understand the point of smothering something with that much like sweetness when it's supposed to be savory. It like detracts from like but and people will like drown their crap in it, and I'm like, you're ruining all the flavor profiles, right? But there was a boy that I was interested in once, and we would go to this place called Fat Burger all the time, and he would like get his burger and he would like smother it in ketchup. He'd make like a pool of ketchup, and he would like dip his burger in the pool of ketchup. He would put ketchup in the burger and then dip it in ketchup, and like, because I was into him, I was like, well, I want to eat it the same way, even though I despise ketchup, so I would do it. I kind of liked it when I'm like, when I align my chakra to be in the zone for a ketchup burger. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see if like this was the basis of like what you're going for in a flavor profile. Sure, I kind of liked it, but like thinking about it back on it, I'm like, that was disgusting and I never want to do it again. And people just like drown their shit in ketchup, and it grosses me out. And the same thing with mayonnaise. I fucking hate mayonnaise. I will eat it if there's like just a little bit, because all you need is a tiny bit. It goes a long way. It enhances the flavor to a certain point, and then afterward it starts killing all the flavor around it, and you're just eating something mayonnaise with a side of matter. You're just people just like, they want mayonnaise flavor with like hardened matter around it to give it texture. But I'm like, no, I just need a thin layer of mayonnaise to give like the flavor an extra punch. I don't need it to be drowned in the like, argh! Am I going crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? Now I need to try these two. Like ketchup. I like ketchup chips. Lol, sorry, I'm Canadian. Fat burger, OMG, lol, that sounds perfect. That's a little too much ketchup. Nah, dipping burgers in ketchup, major red flag. We have a Canadian. We have ketchup mayo chips here. Sometimes it's a pure creation from hell. That sounds disgusting. Ketchup mayo chips does sound like an abomination. And like, so when I go to Wendy's, if I go to Wendy's, I have to be like, please hold the ketchup. The mayo I can kind of handle sometimes, but please hold the goddamn ketchup. That's why I prefer Whataburger, because their burgers come as a basis, as the default, with mustard. I love mustard. people don't overuse mustard. They respect the power of the mustard. And I like it better. I can just like eat mustard raw, but... also, unlike your abomination of the term soccer, I will use chips. We call them chips over here. Oh yeah, you call fries chips and then chips are crisps. Wait, so that... wait. Yeah. It's like, but chip and crisp is so similar to begin with. It's like... and fries are fried. Why are they chips? I guess they're... if you like chip it off the potato. The potato is chipped. Crisps. Okay, well, okay, we got all the text, so now let's work on the bubbles. Great boobily boobily. That's ugly. Hold on. There we go. Crispy. You call ketchup the devil's blood. You said you'd slurp mayo raw. Need I say more? Who said they'd slurp mayo raw? I would never drink mayo raw. That's disgusting. Noah's food review would be proud of whomever slurped mayo. Who slurps mayo? I said mustard. I take mustard raw. I love mustard. Mayonnaise is an affront to my existence. It's an insult to my family lineage. Oh god, mustard comes out of the devil's back package after a spicy meal. No kink shaming here. I mean, if you think mustard is spicy, perhaps you are the weak one. Crush the weak. I'm Mexican, girl. Like, I laugh when people think pepper has spice to it. I'm like... like, I've heard someone say, like, pepper is too spicy, and I'm like... But so it's like mustard, pepper, like too spicy. I'm like, That doesn't have spice in it. I haven't watched Noah's food review of Miracle Whip Mayo. You need to. It's internet culture lol. He's so weird, but also low-key adorable. I have not heard of Noah's food review. This sounds enticing, but disgusting. I'm worried. I'm hesitant. Oh no, I was just trying to say that that's the reason it's mustard colored. I'm sorry, what? Oh god, mustard comes out of the devil's back package after a spicy meal. You know, or else why would it be that color? I would be very concerned if your detritus was that color. You have something very, very wrong if that color is emitting from your body. It's made from a seed is the answer to that question. It's a brown and yellow seed, and then they crush it, and then it retains the color of the brownishness. So that's where it's natural. It doesn't have any calories. It doesn't have any sugar. It's healthier for you. Okay, we have all the dialogue in. We have this frame done. Why did this take why did this take several hours? Oh god, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Next time I'm gonna try to eat before streams so I can like go a little longer. Oh man, I was tabbed out. Looks like I missed out on a good burger conversation because comic books are labor. They really are. They really are. But I'm starving and I need to go eat food, and it's almost going to be 4:30, which means I have an hour and a half to like eat and recover and then come back to play some Final Fantasy 11. So I think I'll call the stream here. Thank you all for dropping in and having a wonderful conversations about disgusting ketchup and mayo. Well, I will be asleep. Go sleep, Whisper. Go catch up on your sleeps that you need from your test that you've been deprived of. It is taking a long time because you've also been chit-chatting. True, I have been chit-chatting. You like mayo? I like mayo in tiny amounts. Ketchup on sleep? Hey. Gloop. Anyway, thanks all for coming in. I'm gonna try and raid someone if that's alright with all y'all. Let's go see who we can raid, shall we? Oh, we can raid Boyfriend, we can raid Gazbang. The Dark Lord. Basil Wolf. No, he has like he has almost 300 viewers. Stoner Cat Dad. Gunkle Gamer. We'll do Boyfriend. I'll do Boyfriend. I'm gonna leave you off with Boyfriend. He's playing Dead by Daylight. But It has been a joy. I hope you have a great ketchup lacking day. Thank you for your well wishes. I will avoid the ketchup, the evil demon. F. Dracart. Thank you everyone for dropping in. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want some more. If you're watching on YouTube, give me a follow if you're on Twitch, although all of you already follow me. I'll see you all around. Bye-bye.